I'll just explain a little bit here about my recording method, which I think I'm going to stick to now. Um, it's long, complicated. I'll just keep it simple. Uh, the boss, I could do a whole videos on all sorts of things here. You know, the Boss BR80, which is like is just my mainstay really for everything I do. I first bought my first one in 2011 or something, and I've used it loads. Actually, it's actually this one. I have another one which I use for my busking, which is used for backing tracks. So the BR80 has a lot of room in it left. I have a lot to still do with it. This little fella, you know, I mean, but he's still going strong. So when I'm recording, if I'm doing something, now what I'm going to do is, because if I spend time on this machine or any other machine, it's difficult to get the backing tracks. I know how to get backing tracks from my BR80 for my busking. So I'm doing everything now is going through there. So I've also got a busking backing track sorted. So in here I recorded for this song. This is There She Goes, the Laws. For example, I recorded the drums, bass, rhythm guitars, acoustic guitars in here. That's my backing track. If I want to use that as a backing track for playing live, it's there, ready to be put into WAV in the computer. So why not just feed the line out? The line ins and line outs on the BR80 are fantastic, excellent quality. And you know, I know you shouldn't go mini jack, TRS, you know, 1/4 inch jack and all this sort of stuff, but are you? Maybe, I don't know, I'm not a producer. I'll just listen, and if it sounds alright, what's the problem? If it sounds alright, it sounds alright. So and if you get good quality cables, like, well, I don't see what the problem is. These are Roland's, but you know, I've got a higher quality clots which I can dig out, but for the moment I just stuck the Roland on it. So that's got me backing track on. I run this into 2 tracks on my old Roland VS1880 here. So I've got all the backing track on a stereo track. Now I can play around on this. This is what I've found. Unfortunately, I mean, for years I would just sing into the BR80, and I still do sometimes, because the inbuilt mics are fine. Everything about the BR80 is fine. The only thing that's not fine about it, which I was waiting for years for, was for them to upgrade the Boss BR80 to maybe a 16 track, BR80, BR16, you know, just sort of a little bit bigger with an XLR input. But that never happened, and I don't know why that never happened. I don't know why they never upgraded this, because I would have just stuck with this. If they just upgraded a little bit more XLR in, I would have been quite happy with that. But it's perfectly acceptable to sing into this, but you know, you always want to get more of a, you know, you want to use XLR inputs. I mean, I like the Shure mic. You know, a dynamic mic's good for in this caravan, or in any environment really. A dynamic mic, especially the Shure's good because it cuts out background noise, so you're not going to get as much boxiness, or you're not going to get as much anything really. So that's why condenser microphones in this environment, or most environments, unless it's a proper studio, aren't ideal. But anyway, sometimes I sing into that, backing track into here, vocals, Shure mic, XLR into the VS. Now it gives us a lot more tracks. So, and the reverbs and everything on the Roland are obviously fantastic. And I can just do the whole thing in here and burn on this old fella a CD into the computer, and there's a version of this song. What the Roland does is, these were the best when they came out. They've never been bettered, the Rolands, the VS series. The heavy and the wide and the carry quality. you can hear that. You can hear all that, not just physically, but you can hear all that in the sound. You know, um, I'm not trying to do Phil Spector. I'm just trying to get a fair representation in this environment of me voice. Really, the voice. Uh, because everything else is just drum machines and guitar effects. You know, there's no microphone on cabinets or anything like that. So that's all. It's just trying to get a fair representation of the voice with the backing tracks or anything else. Like I say, that's okay for that. Singing into it, done it for years, no problem. And that's it. So I'll just quickly do this. I mean, this is just it's just. This is all picking up on the Zoom Q8 condenser microphones. I'm not messing about here, I'm just... This is the backing track from the BR80, recorded in the VS. So two acoustics, drums and bass. Then I added extra guitars. And obviously the vocals were recorded. Some touches.
Chasing down my lane, and I just can't explain this feeling that remains.
So it's all for me because I'm a baritone, deep voice. You know, obviously I get a lot of comments about my voice, like it's a nice rich voice, it's a baritone. I didn't even know I was a baritone when I was a kid. I didn't know. I'm trying to sing up high like everybody else, but it's a baritone's an old school, old fashioned voice. There's plenty of singers. Lennon was a baritone, Morrison was a baritone, Kurt Cobain was a baritone. There's plenty of baritones. Well, not that many. Bowie, believe it or not, Freddie Mercury. But so it's all about trying to get the warmth of my voice coming through. I'm not too sure it does with the little condenser mics on this, so that's the whole idea. I think the Shure SM58 is for me, works great with my voice live. I think I'll probably go back to I had a Rode NT1 years ago. I think I'll go back to that. Maybe I'm not sure about a valve condenser. Don't know. Maybe something into here. But certainly for the recording, this is the technique that I'm doing now. That secures a backing track for live performance. Into here. Have a bit of fun. And if it comes out alright, it comes out alright. It should do. Because there's not really much. Everything's just on the backing. Most of the songs just on the two tracks, stereo tracks here. And that's it really. Um, this, the Rollins recommended, and the BR80s recommended, and everything else really is just your own preference to what you like, what you hear you like, you know. I think me old pod, line 6 pod, the Bean down there, that sounds nice through this. Just, you know, you find your own method, and this basically is my method for recording. And having said that, it'll probably all change next week. No, it won't. I'm sticking with this. Sticking with this, definitely. That's it. So, thank you for watching. Stick in there. It's all just a good laugh at the end of the day, innit? It's just fun. It's great being a musician.